Oh, look at that beautiful mug. Oh, we just missed it, but...
If you are familiar with the original E3 video of the reveal for Killzone 2, the one that was computer-generated, you may have recognized that opening vista. I will link it in the thread because it's interesting. It was touted as actual gameplay footage. It was revealed not to be, and there was sort of a controversy around it, and then Killzone 2 actually came out, and people were so impressed with the graphics that they were kind of like, yeah, okay, whatever. Sorry, Square.
Oh.
Indeed, what was that?
That's new.
Yeah, if you remember the lightning coming from the planet shooting down entire cruisers in the opening video, well, hey, they have mobile versions of that act as smaller pop-up anti-aircraft emplacements.
Yeah, so these things are known as arc cannons, and they're called that because they literally arc lightning at you.
And so this mess that we saw from the sky, that's what's left of the convoy. So, yeah, let's get to it. And there's a guy on fire.
Yeah, you can tell which guys in this game are completely screwed because they're all the ones wearing helmets with no faces. And hello, Captain Narvel.
This guy's the man.
Good old Jason Narvel. Oh, Captain, my Captain.
And short, efficient, to the point. I like it. I also want to point out, I really enjoy the art style for this game. It's almost black and white with like red and blue and orange highlights. Like that vista when we first came in, lightning shooting in the background, explosion, the glowing red eyes. Everything else is so desaturated it's almost black and white. It's not quite as stylized as later games will be, but I really enjoy it here.
Yeah, like the lightning's like bright blue, it cuts right through everything. And there was another example of using the 6-axis to set mines, so...
Yeah, set the D-charge.
The mines... Yeah, the charges in Killzone 1, you just walked up to the wall and plopped it on there with, like, the square button. Whereas this one, you've actually got to manually arm it with the 6-axis controller. Pretty neat.
Yeah, it's a nice touch. It's not crucial to gameplay, but it's fun. I like it. And I don't think we pointed out earlier when it was mentioned, but hey, there's the Helghast slur, pig. Rhymes with pig. Sounds like a slur.
And yeah. And you got more Helghast script on the walls there and signs.
Oh yeah, we're going to see lots of propaganda posters in these alleyways too. And different graffiti.
Yeah, it looks really, really Korean in its sort of style there, doesn't it? Especially North Korean.
I'll repost the Helghast alphabet in this update too, just to compare.
Because, correct me if I'm wrong, it's just a straight cipher for English, isn't it?
It is, yeah. There's almost not
actually,
quite,
no,
mostly.
There's like, 2 or 3 phonetic characters like you find in Russian. But yeah, beyond that, it is more or less a straight cipher for English, so you could probably actually translate all of those signs if you took if you went through the effort.
You can.
I don't know if they'd come out to anything...
Some of them are gibberish.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So you'll notice I went back because we bumped into a new enemy type that was carrying a new gun. This is the actual Helghast submachine gun. Low accuracy, high speed fire rate, large ammo clip. It's basically, like, it works great in sort of a shotgun role as a short range weapon, but you don't have to worry about the slow fire rate because this thing is a bullet hose. I love it.
This is the gun that confirms the Helghast are space orcs.
That's...
Like,
That's... Yeah, okay. Sure.
like look at what it just did to those two soldiers. Like, that is pretty Zog and Orky right there. And of course, because you've blown through half its clip already, and you've only got 25 bullets left for it.
Well, when I picked it up, when
go.
you pick it up out of an enemy, it only has about a clip worth of ammo in it. So, having run past an ammo crate, boom, I now have almost 400 rounds. And hello, new enemy type. That's a heavy. So, the helmet is massive. There's no, like, visible eye ports, so I believe there's actually, like, a video screen inside the helmet that they can see from. In lore, they pump these guys full of narcotics to drive them into as berserker-friendly before sealing them in the armor and sending them on their way. They're pretty much invincible,
Wow.
so as I'm being told, sort of, you know, rattle the brains by shooting at their helmets and then detonate. Boom, there you go. Detonate the... I don't know what it is, but whatever the tanks are on their back.
And they actually brought those guys back for Killzone 3.
And Killzone Mercenary.
Oh, nice.
And the trophy you get for defeating the fellow here is Giant Slayer, which will... there's a sort of a mythological theme for the trophies for the bosses in this game. So yeah, Giant Slayer. Boom. One thing I love about this game is it does the whole two warring fronts clashing with each other very well. So here we have two apartment buildings facing each other, with ISA in one building and Helghast in the other. So very, you know, World War II style building-to-building combat. It's very urban combat. And you have to work to push up your forward line. And I love it. It's challenging, it's fun. You feel a sense of progression as you fight, and the battlefield shifts as your men, you know, as the Helghast are depleted. Your men start to follow you and take up flanking positions around you, and you eventually overwhelm their position. It's not super clear or visible right here because it's such a small battlefield, but there are a few set pieces in this game that really evoke that feeling, and very few games, and I've played a lot of shooter games. I haven't played them all though, so if anyone knows of other ones that do that really well, please let me know, I'd be interested. But I have played few games that evoke such a feeling.
Back here, I can't even hold the jump! Fucking guard!
And
It's
something
Rambo
from
time.
a world... Oh god, yeah. And something from a world-building / lore perspective that I just want to point out here. Like, the area that we're pushing up through is called Visari Square, and there's actually a couple of Visari Squares across, not only across Helghan, but across Pyrrhus City itself. So it's a nice little touch there, like hinting at the cult of personality that Scholar Visari has sort of built up over the last 10 years, where people are trying their best to sort of emulate their leader, their autarch. Like, everyone wants to have a piece of Visari for themselves, so you have, like, these little sort of ghetto slums, like, all over the city that are trying to, you know, reach for greatness by saying, oh yeah, like, this square, like, this fountain that we have, this is called Visari Square.
I'm almost
when
surprised the city
actual
wasn't
Visari-
called Visarigrad, to be frank.
Like, and we're going to actually see the real Visari Square, and compared to, like, this Visari Square to the actual Visari Square, there is such a stratification difference. It's really kind of incredible, and it's quite subtle, like, just in the oh, what happened?
I was a bit arrogant with my submachine gun. I didn't take the time to pause and reload like I should have, so I quickly correct that, and whoa, nice action roll. But in this run, when I run out of ammo, I am pretty quick to seek alternate options. Guy saved himself with his action roll.
Yeah, he took the grenade and it bounced off his chest. That was something.
So Dante's down. Not worried about my... I remember that, oh yeah, I have a backup gun. Don't worry about reloading. Out. Okay, it's knife time.
And something else Guerrilla learned an awful lot. Well, they didn't learn so much, like, with damage and what it does to the screen, because everything just goes like absolutely black. But
that felt good. Did you not see that? That was awesome.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But the checkpoints in the game, you notice where Sally went down right there, and then the game reloads, and he's literally like 3 steps behind from where he was.
It wasn't.
So,
not all the checkpoints are perfect. Some of them are quite nice. Some of them are a little bit longer. In this LP, I've done some editing so that when I die, I'm just a few steps back from where I left off. So most of that is post-editing magic. But no, the checkpoints are generally quite good. Some edits are only a few seconds off, some of them are 15-30 seconds off, but there's not a big problem of bad checkpoints. And oh hey, our reputation precedes us. I like that you never really run out of NPCs in this game. It helps evoke the feeling that you're fighting with the unified front, that even as your NPCs are dying, reinforcements from the back lines are constantly arriving to help keep your forces replenished and keep the fight going. So you're never really alone, except for the missions where you actually do go it alone. But yeah.
Killzone 3 changes that up a little bit, because like the events that happened in Killzone 2, like
this is major spoiler territory,
sense.
so tread lightly.
Yeah. Like, I'm just gonna say, like, it makes sense that you'd be on your own a little bit more in Killzone 3. But yeah, there are a lot of missions in Killzone 3 that evokes, like, the same sort of sense of things as they are in Killzone 2, where you are one part of a massive army, and yeah, you're probably the most effective part of it.
But you're still just a cog.
Nonetheless.
You're just a really big cog.
Yeah.
So you may have noticed in the background we are pushing up towards the arc towers that have been erected to protect Visari Square. Obviously, grenades. I run forward because I don't want to die from the grenade, and just figure, hey, screw it, knife time, and Killzone physics strike back with a vengeance.
Just when you thought they were out, they come rushing back in. Still, that guy didn't die, he was just tired. He was just taking a nap, leaning over the railing like that.
The physics are never quite as bad or as egregious as Killzone 1's physics, but every once in a while there's a little bit of a vestige of twitching leg syndrome, or enemies just getting caught in the wall when they die.
Yeah.
I love it. And I'm already using... I'm pretty sure I've used the grenades more in just these last 2 missions, more than I used in the entirety of Killzone 1.
Oh, you just sort of walked past it there, but...
I saw it.
The guy humping... Yeah, the ragdoll humping the railing. Stay classy, Killzone. And there was something else that seems new. The enemy actually stops and reloads in Killzone 2.
Yeah. And those guys, having rifles, as I got really close to them, they dropped those and pulled out their pistols. But, you know, bringing a pistol to a knife fight in Killzone 2 is actually a bad idea. So hey, this is interesting. It looks like when they vent their heat, they reveal a big glowing weak spot. So video game mechanics, but yeah, there's lore reasons, because those glowing weak spots are the source of the arc cannon's power. But we'll get into that as the plot unravels. For now, let's blow it up.
Yeah, because... yeah, there's a special element that actually powers these things, and... Like I said, it's all plot and spoilers right now, but...
Not only is it a plot element, but it's literally a new element. Like on the periodic table.
Oh god, oh no.
The drones are bigger than I remembered in Killzone 1.
And they move faster and shoot faster and do more damage.
And they're terrifying. So they got the crap drones, the armies that invaded Vector. They got the nice tanks and the nice guns, but all the nice drones stayed on Helghan. Oh my god.
Oh. Fuck you, Stall.